Hello, in today's lesson I'm going to talk to you about the Year 2 objective adding to 100. Before we go into the addition, first you need to be sure that your child is fluent in their knowledge of place value. That is, knowing their tens and ones and being able to partition numbers into these digits efficiently. So for example, 17 can be partitioned into 10 and 7. And that could be represented by drawing 110 and then 7 ones. And then you can recombine these. So 10 adds 7, and that equals 17. And you should be able to do this with a variety of numbers, and your children should be able to draw this. You can represent it with counters if you've got counters, cubes. Legos are really good use for this because you've got the different size blocks. So there's all sorts that you can use to help represent the digits, the value of each digit, so your tens and your ones, and those headings will help your children visualize and make the link between the abstract and the concrete pictorial representations. Once they're secure in this and they can do this with a variety of numbers, I would start addition, and I would start that off with a very simple addition. So for example, 15 add 4. And again, I would be representing this by representing your tens. So there's 1 10 in 15. And then how many ones? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in 4, there are 4 ones. And then combining them, just like we've done up here, combine the two. So then you've got your 110. And then you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. So you know that 15 add 4 is now 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And you can do that pictorially like this using what you've learned up here. Now moving on, once you've done that, your child needs to be focusing on breaking that 10 barrier. So before, if you look at this example, we haven't gone over 10 here. We haven't gone through the 20s and broken the 10 barrier. So here, we're going to do that. We're going to break that 10 barrier. So we've got 27. So we're going to represent that. With 2 lots of 10 to start with, because we've got 2 in our tens column. And I will write my headings. Headings will help children be able to create that relationship between the pictorial and the abstract, as I said previously. And then we've got 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then with the 6, we've got 6 ones, like so. Apologies for not using a ruler. I was waiting for Mr. Hillerton to drop one off, but he hasn't done that yet today. I told you I'd name check you, sir. And then we're going to combine the ones, and we're going to do that first. So the first thing we're going to do is combine those ones and see if we've got anything that we can exchange. So there's my 7 ones. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to add on. So 3, 4, 5, 6 to add on like so. And then here we can count through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm actually going to exchange that 10 for a whole 10 here. And that's why it's so important that your child knows place value, because suddenly they've got 13 and they're going to have to split that into a 10 and a 3. So we've split the 7 and the 6, which I've represented here, into a 10 and a 3. And then we've got the other 2 10s to add on. So when we represent that, we would represent that with 3 10s and our 3. So 1 10, 2 10s. You can draw the lines on your 10s if you want to. And then your 3, so that would make 1, 2, 3 10s, and my 3 is 33. And then to take that further, you can be thinking about whether odd numbers add odd numbers always equal an even number, whether 3 odd numbers equal odd numbers or even numbers, an odd number add an even number would equal an even number. And to help you with some of your questions, you can always pause this video and I have some questions for you to complete somewhere. Oh no. I did a whole sheet of questions which I now can't find. Well, I'll dig those out and I'll get Mr. Hillerton to put those up for you. I hope that helps, and enjoy adding to 100 with your Year 2 children.